Hello, welcome back to the James Ramblin Reviews, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about a movie that I watched last night on Netflix. But before I get into how I feel about the movie and stuff like that, we give out of 10, I did do a couple of videos last night. I did one about the Six Nations, about those games, because it was just something that I was interested in. Already kind of touched on the Scotland games from previous weeks and stuff like that, just because it's something I'm interested in. It's something for me kind of to review, to talk about and stuff like that, and then it shows you that I have another interest out there, and then it makes me more interested in other things, brings more variety to the channel, stuff like that. And I also done a video about how I went to a comedy gig as well, Connor Burns, on Saturday night. I did a video on that as well. I recorded both of them on my phone, and I'll link that down below. But today I'm going to be reviewing for you the 2026 Netflix movie War Machine. Now obviously this is nothing like War Machine that was the character in the Marvel movies. This is a completely different thing altogether. It did remind me, when I seen the title of the film, it's like, oh, that's kind of sounds like the character from Marvel that was like pals with Tony Stark, but definitely that's not what this movie is about. It's pretty much, you have Alan Ritchson, who's been in other films and series and stuff like that, The Reacher. What it pretty much is about, I'll tell you what the story's about. So it's about an Army Ranger candidate and his team encounter an otherworldly killing machine in this action movie starring Alan Ritchson and Dennis Quaid. It's also directed by Patrick Hughes. Patrick Hughes is also the director, so that is all of that. The movie is about an hour and 49 minutes, I think, so it's almost 2 hours long. And what I will say is that I did actually enjoy this movie, because it was just, what you kind of expect from this type of film. You can just sit back and enjoy it. It's not a perfect movie, I will say. There is a few times where the movie is a bit slow, and it's just kind of like the soldiers are walking about and talking and stuff like that, so it's not a really fast paced movie. It is an action movie. There is the scenes where they do shoot the guns, and then the big war machine does come after them and stuff, but it's not like there's non-stop action. And what I actually did like about the movie was that it felt like it was going to be a cheesy film that was just about, throwing jokes in these scenes and all the characters having a laugh. But the movie is actually gets pretty serious after a while, and I do like that it does try to take things a bit more seriously. Although there's a crazy robot war machine ready to try and kill them all and stuff like that, but it does get pretty serious throughout the movie. And I will say that Alan Ritchson does a good job as the character. He shows emotion and stuff, and I wasn't expecting that from just like a Netflix movie that's got action in it, and it's about this group of soldiers that are trying to survive against a war machine robot. Right, I didn't expect it was going to be a little bit more serious than that, but it was kind of like that. It was trying to tell the story and try to be serious about it, because these people were actually dying and stuff like that. And so overall, probably give it about a 7 out of 10. It's like enjoyable, you can get enjoyment out of it. There is a few times where at the start of the movie I did find a few of the scenes funny. It was just kind of like the soldiers having banter, and I am glad that the movie does try to be a bit more serious, take it a lot more seriously than just be cheesy and over the top. But yeah, I didn't mind the film. It was enjoyable, got enough out of it, and so yeah, that's my review of the movie. Obviously, make sure to go watch my other videos I have done, where I did talk about some stuff that I seen with my family, like the stand-up with Connor Burns, and then also obviously done my Six Nations roundup of like England and France and Scotland and Ireland, stuff like that. So stay tuned for more reviews. I'll be back for another review on the James Ramblin Reviews, and that's been my review of War Machine 2026. See you later, and see you later for another video. Bye.